Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Thanks so much everybody for stopping by, and today I have a really fun altered spool tassel to share with you guys. It is wooden spools that I decorated and made into a very long tassel. That tassel does measure 28 inches long, and I'll just kind of slide it in and out of view here for you guys to kind of see the whole effect of it. It's too long to show all of it on camera at once, just with the angle that I have going overhead. And I created this beautiful tassel for a swap in Amy Love's Facebook group, and I was paired with the lovely Ivy, and I will also link listed below in the description box. If you guys open that up, I'll have Amy Love's channel because she has some wonderful videos on her channel, and I'll also go ahead and link Ivy's channel. She also has a wonderful channel, especially if you guys love shabby chic. She's like the queen of shabby chic. She's really good at shabby chic stuff. So definitely make sure, if you guys haven't checked out their channels, to check them out. And again, I was paired with Ivy, and we decided to do a shabby chic style. And of course, part of the swap requirements were to alter a wooden spool. And so I decided to go ahead and alter 3 of them and make them into a tassel. And they were all started off being some older wooden vintage spools from sewing thread. I did go ahead and paint them with chalk paint. I painted them pink. And once I painted them pink, I also decorated each one. I have some really beautiful little rosette trim that I put on each of them. And then I also went ahead and edged them with some rhinestone trim, and that rhinestone trim came from Angel Dream Crafts. And once I did that, I also went ahead and I added a piece of bling to each of them. Each of them has a slightly different piece of bling. They're all pretty. And then I also, after I did that, I did go ahead and then string everything together, and I added rosette, the little ribbon roses at the very end. But I went ahead with some wire and I spooled it all the way through I strung it all the way through all the spools. And on each of them, there's some like shabby chic beads. There's some pink ones, some clear ones. This one's really pretty. This one has some roses on it. Also some rhinestone spacers on them. And so I did that in between each of the spools and then also underneath. And then you're not going to be able to see it, but well, maybe a little bit. I have this ring right here, this silver ring. And so I used that. So I attached the wire to that. And then from that little round ring, I hung all of these gorgeous trims to make my tassel on the bottom. And I used a number of different trims. There's some eyelash trim. There's this little really pretty pink leaf trim that came from Hobby Lobby. I had this little flower trim in there. Just some pretty satin trim. And I have a couple of vintage pieces of white trim in there also, on this really pretty rosette trim. Just some of the trims in there. And then also in the middle of it, I did hang a chain. And on that chain, I hung a ton of different charms on there. And my thought was Ivy could just, of course, leave them all on there. But if she wanted to, she could take off some of the charms and use them on other projects. And I did at the very bottom of this hang this really pretty, this is one of my favorite ones right here. It has a little heart with the wings on the side. And then again, there's some pink hearts. There's some words that say love, live. And there's like a Paris charm. That one I think was also from Angel Dream Crafts. There's a really pretty butterfly on here. Some hearts. There's kind of like a little vintage cameo looking lady on there, just to name some of them. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I just wanted to show you guys some of those that were on here. And again, she can leave them on there or take them off and use them on another project, but I just thought it was kind of fun to hang that in the middle of all of the tassels. And I'll just zoom in so you guys can maybe see a little bit better some of the charms. There's a wing, some butterflies, there's dragonflies. There's a couple different styles of butterflies in there, different words. Some pink ones, and then there's some hearts too. So that was in the middle of the tassel. So then after I completed hanging all of the ribbons and attaching all of the little charms on the inside, I did go ahead and attach this little flower piece. And this was left over from something else, and I don't remember what it was, but I think there was some other like chains or something else hanging from behind this, and I used it on a different project, but I still had this piece left, and I love the little rhinestone in the middle. And so I added this just to kind of finish this little sector off. And then once I was done with that part, I went ahead and added all of the pretty ribbon roses at the top of each of the wooden spools. So I'll hold that up so you guys can kind of see. Just kind of a wide variety of, there's a couple different pinks and white ribbon roses that I had in my stash. And so I went ahead and added those on the top of each of the spools. And again, I'll show you guys the bling up close on each of these so you can kind of see it. But I really love how this turned out. And then at the very top, I do have one of those little lobster claw clasps, and this one kind of has a heart shape to it, which I really liked. And then I also went ahead and hung a little heart, and then I had this really cute little crown. And my original thought was to glue this crown on the very top and go that route, but then I wasn't sure if that would be strong enough to hold the weight of all this, so then I just ended up attaching it and using a lobster claw up at the top. And so that is my completed tassel for Ivy, so I really do hope she likes it. You guys probably won't see this video until after she has received it, but I did want to record it before I pop this into the mail for her. So again, one last look. I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit closer. And of course, these are free moving, so it's hard to keep them all in the upright position there, but again, that's kind of what the top looks like. And all the pretty laces and trim, and then again on the inside we have all those gorgeous charms and bling pieces. So again, I just wanted to thank everybody so much for watching today. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy crafting.